Welcome to the House of Instruction. I'm your teacher, RABISHEIKH and I would like to take the time out to introduce you all to the House of Instruction. We'll be having 2 classes a week for the next coming weeks and months. We hope to see you here and for as many of you to join the movement as possible. Today in our first class, we're going to just address how to expatriate. Now, typically in our classes, we will deal with more learning about the rules of the community, establishing the law in the community, enforcing the law in the community, and administrating the law in the community. These aspects of governmental administration is because those who arrive in the community will soon learn and know the responsibilities of governing yourself within a community. This is a far cry and alternative to anything you will have in any Western society. In Western society, you're governed by somebody else, and your community organization only serves to either be profitable or non-profitable. Whereas here, we are providing the full service of administrating to ourselves, governing ourselves for the betterment of the community with each family, each group, each individual, and then expanding into more communities to rebuild the same cycle over and over again. This cooperative community project was designed by a very large team with the chairman, Sheikh and the Sons of the Negev Project. While the Sons of the Negev Project mainly based itself on tourism and education, the House of Instruction, this arm, is actually reaching out to take those who want to learn and actually bringing them into the environment to not only learn, but to live, grow, and thrive into a full-fledged autonomous society. All right, so how to expat? First of all, an expat is an expatriate. I have to explain what an expatriate is. So the country you're born in, they issue you a passport, and you are now able to leave that country and live in another country of your own free will. That is an expatriate. The short form is expat, E-X-P-A-T. We have available on our website the Expatriate Checklist, a fully free download for you to download and kind of go through your checklist to make sure you've got all of your affairs in order before you just decide to leave the country. Leaving the country may cause a lot of questions. We're here to answer as many as possible, and to those who are coming to us, we do provide assistance and services to help in your transition. We live in the city of Amman, Jordan. Amman is a very, very big city, huge. And it is also a kingdom. So, living in the kingdom environment, you're going to learn the rules and the culture are the same. Our rules and our culture are very similar to the people of Amman's culture. We'll be learning here, but we will not stay here for always. Consider this a learning institution to be transferred to our permanent land and residence. The cost of living here in Amman is about $20,000 a year. This cost covers your rent, food, utilities, and communication services, and water. So water, electric, communication services, gas, all of your energy needs, and your living expenses, it will cost you approximately $20,000 a year, which is what our tuition is for those who come here. So the tuition covers everything for the whole year, for not only yourself, but also for your wife and children. And you say, how is that possible? Well, the cost of food here in Amman, Jordan is so inexpensive, we're able to curtail our costs. And everybody pretty much gets the same thing. Anything extra special or outside of the ordinary, you can just go get yourself. But the general food and the general cost of living is covered in the $20,000 a year. At the end of this video, I will give you a tour of our building and our conservatory so you can see what the buildings that we build are like. We build what is called diplomatic housing because everyone that comes here will be groomed and trained to work, function, and cooperate in the diplomatic area. We are grooming nobility. So being a noble, you will have to understand diplomacy and how it actually works and why certain decisions are made and on what grounds. Every nation has a law which governs it. The United States law is not its constitution. There is another law behind it which comes from the founding of that nation. In this case, I will give an example of the state of Israel. The state of Israel's constitution is actually based and founded on the law of the Balfour Declaration. This law governs how the Jewish people in Israel construct their governing societies and how it functions. After the tour, we hope you all come and join our class. So now let's begin with how to expatriate. Number one, you're going to need your passport. Get your passport from your local post office if you live in America or whatever governing body covers that. You will also need a visa. You can obtain your visa to Jordan through the Jordanian embassy. Once you have obtained your visa, you will go to the Jordanian embassy and apply for a 5-year visa to Jordan. This 5-year visa will have a cost of $160. You will also get your flight tickets. Once you have obtained your flight tickets, you will then, within about a week or two, be able to set up your travel medical insurance and your Jordan gateway. All of these things are necessary. Now, with your flight, we do suggest and recommend Qatar Airways or Royal Jordanian Airlines. They have not funded this video in any way, shape, or form, and we do not have any partnership program with them to reap some benefit of you flying with them. But what they do offer is quality service. That's why I'm recommending them. It is by far the best service I have received on an airline in a multitude of flights that I have taken. So, your medical insurance, you should get traveler's medical insurance. I do recommend INSUBUY.com. This traveler's medical insurance, you can get it for any period of time that you like. I suggest about 3 months. This 3-month period will give you time to transition in case of any medical emergencies. Before then, obtaining insurance here in the country. The community, we will have our own insurance, and we are currently in the process of expanding to get our own medical facilities with our own community doctor. This is a future project. It will take time to develop, put together, and make sure we have all of our legalities taken care of, all of our documentation, but it is in the plan of the community. The Jordan Gateway, you will need a QR code stating that from the Jordanian authority that you are permitted to enter into Jordan. So once you put in your information of who you are, your passport information, that you're coming to Jordan, and who you're coming to see, which if you're coming to us, we will give you this information. You will be in contact with us, and we will tell you what you need to say and do to pass through the border peacefully. Once you get that QR code, you've got your flights, you're on your way to us. We'll see you when you arrive with a nice reception at the airport. We'll have a car waiting for you. The cost of the car is 24 dinar. So this will be the cost. You can exchange your money in the airport. Other than that, your Visa bank cards will work, and your Visa and MasterCard credit cards also will work. We will tell you which bank grants you the best fees. We also want to suggest that you get a TransferWise bank account, now called Wise, but this international bank account is for transferring funds. This international bank account is for transferring funds. This is a mandatory function that you're going to need no matter where you travel in the world. You'll need to get the money from your national bank account, where most of your income will be deposited into the country, and you'll need to, so you can buy and spend and do what's necessary as needed where you now reside. If you're residing in Jordan, it'll be in Jordan. If you decide to go to another country, which we do not condemn, we say go, get out, and stop fighting for your rights. Get out, build community, build relationships. The future children of the coming generations are depending on us to give them a platform to build on. If we don't do it, it'll never get done. Future projects. Our future project plan structure is a cooperative. While the community isn't run with any type of democracy, it is set up with a cooperative, meaning the community land ownership and building owners / managers come from the same people who come in to learn from us. So it's a way of continuously reinvesting into the community growth and development. So the community chips in as a collective. We purchase land. The community as a whole owns that land. The community chips in as a whole and contributes, chips in. Okay, the community contributes as a whole to the building of materials for a building, and a person is appointed to manage that building. That person in that building no longer pays the community rent anymore. They will receive a salary for the work of maintaining and the upkeep of the building. They will receive from that salary, the rent is from the rents of that building. So the portion goes to them for a salary. The next part is as new people fill up the new buildings, the other portions of the rent go towards maintaining the building's maintenance, repairs, services, and anything else that is needed. Also, it goes towards reinvesting in more land and building another building for another person to manage. And the cycle continues continuously. Other buildings do include facilities that do have businesses. The business model is also the same. We support the business with our business. We also support the business by establishing the business as a community, setting the business up, putting the business in. There is a business for community, there is a business price. So when you're selling things to the people of the community, and there is a price for selling things to people who are outside of the community. So there is a construct for the business to be profitable, but not to just siphon off from just within the community. So this business model, we will build businesses as needed, set managers who collect a salary, employees who also collect a salary, and a portion of the business profits also goes to the community for what? Building new business projects, buying more land to build more buildings and establish more people. This cycle of growth is repeated throughout all the necessary needs of the community, whether it be farmland or agricultural land for livestock. It is a repetitive process, giving the advantage to the members of the community for growth and development. This community plan is not short-term. It is a 40-year plan designed to grow and develop the community into a fully functioning society and an indigenous nation of peoples, full and complete with fully restored indigenous customs and traditions, living by them, teaching our children, educating ourselves from our own educational materials, from our own construct of education and inner community development. How you join for our next class, there is a link in the description, payhip.com/House of Instruction. You will find all of our books and manuscripts, and you will find the enrollment for our monthly enrollment for our class. Classes every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. New York time. You can say, well, how can you conduct a class at 10 a.m. New York time and you guys are located in Jordan? We've offset our clocks to be conducive for both us and you. For those who are working during those hours, please understand that classes will be recorded because our class is conducted over Zoom, and you will be afforded the opportunity to listen to those classes on your own free time to get the understandings of the law and concepts. Every Friday, we will have our own open forum. The open forum is what will continue to be posted here on YouTube. Maybe some classroom edits of important things that got said, or some key questions and some key answers that are common will come from the classroom setting. But the open forum is kind of where we will address open issues, and almost anybody can come and talk with your questions about the community, about development, about the course, about coming, about family issues, the issues of leaving. There are some definitive pros and cons that you're going to have to mentally deal with yourself and with your families. The pros are building a new community. The cons, you may have to deal with separation anxiety from family, friends, and work. The pros: establishing wealth and the future for your children, grandchildren, and ongoing future generations to pass down generational wealth. The cons: losing the security of knowing where your paycheck is coming from on a weekly, bi-weekly, or even monthly basis. The pros: escaping social and legal injustice for autonomous community and sovereignty. The cons: fear of the unknown, fear of possible abuses or misabuses of power. Pros: returning to your original culture and self-government. Cons: even after you arrive, going through culture shock. These pros and cons of becoming an expatriate, we all have to face and struggle. And we'll be addressing these issues in our next class. Enjoy the video of the building and the tour, and make sure you go to our website and download the expatriate checklist, and I'll see you all in the next class. Bye-bye.
All right, so first, hi, it's me, and I'm here in front of my beautiful new home. Let's go take a look. So we have trees in the front. That's my sunroom, and we're gonna go up there, and my place is right here with the private entrance, but we're gonna go through the main entrance so you can see how it's going. All right, so we're going to go in. All right, so here's the main door. All right, and we're going inside. And when you come into the foyer, there's a beautiful pair of glass, beautiful chandelier, and we have the beautiful writing, the blessing of Allah on the front glass, and lovely flowers, and we have plants here. And when you go downstairs, we have a lower level, and there's an apartment down there, and the garage. The car garage is downstairs. And when you go to the main floor, we come and we have a little trash and ashtray there. You know, it's designed to feel like very comfortable, like a resort, you know, all the amenities. And so we have the elevator. We're going to ride the elevator. Beautiful gold motif with this wonderful inlay. And you can see the stairs behind us. So this is the entire gold elevator. We go inside and we go to one. As you can see, it has 2 lower levels. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors. We're just gonna go to the first floor. And this is the main access, the main door access to my place. I have another private one downstairs. And so this is where I'm at. But this is not what you want to see. We want to go upstairs to the roof, and we're going to go all the way up to the roof, and that's going to be our next video. All right, so here we are, part 2. We are coming up to the main roof, the sunroom. So here we have a small kitchen area, some hookah, stove, kitchen. There's a bath and a shower here, so if guests want to stay over, we can have them stay up in this little guest suite. And over here is a small hand washing space, separate from the washroom, so you can just wash your hands. Brand new orange juicer for fresh squeezed orange juice. We have an espresso cappuccino machine, right? So get your little barista on. So I still got my coffee and frappuccinos. And this is a fresh coffee grinder here that you can see through the plastic. And water tank. This is one fireplace here. You know, I can put a metal plate on there or a stone plate and do my pizzas. There's another sink there for, you know, when you're cooking or you're entertaining guests. Some glasses, a coffee server for large gatherings, tables, a wonderful glass view, and the swing, of course, for, you know, people who want to kind of sit in the swing chair. And we have our sofa set here and a wraparound sofa there. We have the little, you know, music is always around. Television, pictures of Mecca, ancient walls, ancient buildings, ruins. And this is the full fireplace here, where you actually do the fire in the wintertime. The fire is very important. And of course, we have curtains that they actually can go all the way around. And, you know, the wood. So if you're ever here, it's cedar wood, so it smells like a sauna. All right. And up here we have a 1-bedroom apartment over there for just, you know, a single man or a single woman to stay. All right. And that's the majority of the house because all the other apartments are pretty much the same, different decorations, but the whole place is furnished. Some 4 bedrooms, some 2 bedrooms, and some 3, and even a 1. Hey, so I'm home and I wanted to show you my house. So we coming inside. I just gonna show you, okay? So here's the tour of my house. Starts off, we have a little half a bathroom here, and this is my living room. You see? My living room, beautiful high ceilings, nice light fixtures. We have special lights in the corner. I have intercom for the downstairs if I want to let the guests in without having to go downstairs. Okay? And from the living room, you know, we have a love seat, the sofa, 2 chairs, nice table, decoration on the wall, nice picture. Now we're going into the kitchen. Okay, so here's the kitchen area. My kitchen is very big. I have water downstairs. I have to bring it up for my water machine. This is a washer dryer. We have microwave cabinet, beautiful light fixtures. This is my stove. That's the hood to the stove, and my fridge. And this is my kitchen. Next to the kitchen, I have my dining area. Right, beautiful. This curtain, outside this curtain is my balcony. I have a balcony, okay? Right? And we have a Bedouin tea set. Pictures, very important. You have to have the Bedouin tea. Now I'm going to cut on the lights. It is dark in here. All right. So here it is. This is my wife's bathroom. So the guest bathroom, they could stay up front. This is my wife's bathroom here, right? So whenever she is on her time of the month, she have her own separate space to bathroom for herself. She don't want to share, so it's okay. We have bathroom for that. And then I have the first bedroom. We go in here. So this is the small bedroom. So we use it for guests, or sometimes my wife stays in that one. We have a second one for guests too. So this is the second guest, you know, guest room. And they all have dresser, mirror, some furniture, maybe a fan if it's a little hot. Then this is my bedroom. I have the big dresser, his and her side, nice chandelier, big bed, another dresser. So we just get in here. And in my bedroom, I have my bathroom. So I am always just in my room, just my room. And you see my beautiful, the Bedouin traditional rugs. You know, it's the sign of the family. And this is my big house. This is just one floor, one half floor for me and my wife. And There is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 to 5 floors. And tomorrow I will show you the sunroom and my sunroom area for just sitting and relaxing. And it's so good to be home. As you can see, beautiful curtains, the paint on the wall, it have gold in it, you know. And even when I am here, I have my elevator. My elevator here, because there's 5 floors and beautiful steps to go upstairs and everything. So yes, house is it's very nice. It's very simple, but beautiful. That's how I like it. So that's the tour. So whenever you want to come, I'm cutting on more lights. See, I have a lot of lights. So I have these lights. See these lights over my head? See? And I have all these lights that work in the corners of the room to, make it, more beautiful, more light. And the paint have like reflective, like gold in it. So it's reflect more light with a nice, beautiful pattern. Beautiful tile floors. So I'm walking around in my socks. We don't walk around in our shoes in the house. Is no respect. And I'm walking around outside every day in my traditional and custom.